Man is caught in the currents of joy and sorrow. Right or wrong? See your mood swings. Recollect your swings. We are caught in the currents of joy and sorrow. Ebb and flow of an uncertain life. Sometimes you feel everything good is happening with you. Sometimes you feel everything ebb and flow, ebb and flow. 1 month goes this way, second month goes this way. Are you not tired of this swinging? You are tossed about endlessly, tossed currents in the ocean of misery. And what did I say last? Tossed. Confused in this ocean of misery. The soul has been enduring misery or sorrow or unhappiness since time immemorial. Why? Why, Shibani? Did the soul enjoy? No, the intention was not sorrow. The intention was happiness. But it ended up in suffering. See how beautifully the soul has been enduring sorrow. Why? The intention was not sorrow. Intention was happiness, ended up in sorrow. Oh, I was trying hard to mitigate that suffering. I was trying very hard to get rid of it, but failed. See how the thought is developing and growing. You are suffering not because your intention was to suffer. You are not some sadist or you want to just suffer. You wanted to be happy, but whatever you did, it ended up in sorrow. So you didn't do anything about it. I tried so hard to mitigate the suffering, but I failed. Why did you fail? So intelligent, so hardworking. Why did you fail? And when you don't like sorrow, why did you fail? Because I did know the real cause of suffering and the root cause of suffering. Real cause and the root cause, it's different. The immediate cause can be real, but you don't know the root cause. So again and again that suffering comes. You understand? You're getting how the thought is expanding. Because of, why didn't you understand? Why didn't you understand the root cause or the real cause? Because of delusion. Because of delusion, you have never understood the real cause. Because of delusion, you identify yourself with the body. You run after comforts and luxuries. You forget the inherent happiness within you, etc. Attachment, association. 3 things: identifying yourself with the body, running after fashion, comforts and luxuries, and forgetting the inherent happiness. So not meditating, because you don't know, you've forgotten. All this is because of this delusion. Now see our deluded mind. We feel we are unhappy because of the absence or presence of some object in life. I'm not happy because I don't have that fashionable car. Absence of the car in my life. Mayu, I don't have a swimming pool in my house. So I am sad, unhappy because of the absence of a swimming pool. This is the way we think. Or for presence of some object. Either presence or absence of some object, I'm suffering or I'm not happy. This is not true. Why? Because no external object can make you happy or sad because they don't have that capacity to do it. No external object can make you happy or sad because they don't have the capacity to do it. Then why is it happening? Mothers, nagging mothers. The presence of a nagging mother does make you sad, right? Right. That's not true. Krapal Devi is saying that's not true. Why? Then why am I being sad or happy? Because of your attachment to it and thinking it as your own. It's because of that. Your wife gets sick, you are sad. Means genuine love. But once you have divorced her, and even if she died, nothing happens to you because there is no attachment. So all your unhappiness comes from your attachment. If there is no attachment with this body, anything happening to the body, nothing happens to you. This is the reason. Understood? Its unhappiness is caused by the attachment and thinking of it as your own. Suffered endless suffering. So suffering is endless, no? No, till you don't understand your true nature, suffering will be there. You've been to narak, hellish conditions, you have been to sickness and so many, the intensity, and from time immemorial. That way. But Anant does not mean it cannot end. Anant, we usually, Anant sukh che mokshma, it will never end. Anant dukh che, it will never end. Not in that sense. End of suffering is possible because liberation is possible. Clear? Suffering cannot end unless the soul realizes its blissful nature. Soul can emerge out of this infinite sorrow by attaining self-realization. So cause and remedy. What is the reality? Endless sorrow. But how is another big question. Reading, listening, storing a lot of information and having lot of knowledge of the soul, it means knowledge on the experiential level. Direct experience. Samajhu, that will bring end to sorrow. So all this lecturing and notes is not going to end your sorrow. You are on the path, fine. You are not wrong. But don't expect that this will bring an end to your suffering because this is information. This is not experience. What he means by samajhu, he means a direct experience of the self. Correct? So, how is that possible? Understand the mahima, the importance, the significance of the nature of the self. So much sorrow in life, yet it may not be your permanent state. Not necessary. It's not your swabhav. It's not your nature. So you were unhappy? Yes. You are unhappy? Yes. But it's not necessary you have to remain unhappy even in future. Because this is not your swabhav, it's not your permanent state. If one realizes the truth of the self, the essence of joy, complete and constant joy, swabhavik sukh, complete and constant joy, as shown in the scriptures. Change your entire outlook towards the self and towards the world, everything, and stay tuned to the self-awareness. This is your process. But to know the true nature of the self, to experience the true nature of the self, you will need a catalyst, a guru, a Sadguru, a being who has experienced the true nature of the soul. Because that is going to bring an end to your suffering, right? Samaju. So you will need to gain a knowledge or guidance or take refuge from a person. At least one condition he should fulfill, he should know. It means he should know the true nature of the self, and when I say know, experience. Because I said no, knowledge is not connected with information, though it starts with that information only. This satsang itself is transforming information. So obviously it's going to start that way. But don't say you are knowledgeable till you don't experience. That is, it's very clear. So it's only by securing the guidance of an enlightened master, taking refuge of an experienced soul that can bring end to your suffering. Past is gone now. You have suffered a lot. Maybe in the present also you are suffering. But he can bring an end to your suffering. Means no suffering in future.